Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon
Good evening.
and good night.
And I would love a fourth meal right about now.
Oh, I would love my first meal.
You haven't had first meal, huh?
No.
I don't know if you guys are getting this episode today or tomorrow. If it's tomorrow, we apologize. If it's today, go fuck yourself, San Diego. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Oh, and matter of fact, San Diego, fuck yourself double because I got a reason to hate some San Diego shit.
Oh, you're talking about San Diego for real, not just like our patrons or something who hate us now.
Yeah. Do they hate us again?
Last week it was so bad in the Patreon that Billy June he claimed he stopped looking. Last week they were mad because we put out an old episode, I guess. Well, I'll tell you this week. You know what it's time for? I know our listenership has increased throughout the last year. Very grateful to everyone who's come along on all these interview episodes we've been getting to. This week's again. The last week and this week are a little crazy because of travel stuff. But Ciph and I are about to set our schedule up for interviews for the next month. Oh, they were mad last week because I connected my Talib interview and my what was the other interview? Hojanian Currency.
Yeah, Currency.
And I put them together into just one thing for the patrons, and they all were angry. Sorry, again, I'm falling into Billy June traps.
Yeah.
15 people were angry
For getting content.
Yeah,
with
and
some
I guess,
amazing hip hop artists.
right. And I guess the way they're looking at it is it's already on YouTube. But of the 700 average patrons we have, I imagine most of them do not watch everything that pops up on the Hot 97 YouTube channel. So when they get a random hour of interview, they go, this is content.
What about so you put the entire interview on YouTube? That's what the problem would be.
Yeah,
They
but
got to get some exclusive.
I understand that. And I wanted to do that, but I just felt weird doing it because like the interview wasn't booked for one app, right? So I wasn't going to like take it from if I'd had more time with them. I only had a half hour with each. If I'd had an hour, I would have done like a half hour for Hot and been like, hey, let's get another half hour real quick.
A little one app, yeah.
Anyways, this week's Patreon is going to be a doozy. And I told Billy June, all we can do is the best we can, man. I can't. I truly feel like we're putting in my day today and I love doing it. I don't want to sound like we're forcing in the time to do it. Can both be possible that I love doing the podcast and it requires like an awesome amount of energy for us to get all these things done? Can't both be true?
Both are true.
Like both are true. Guys, I'm telling you right now, and I say this with all love and respect, you sometimes ununderstanding pricks. What you don't understand is Ciph and I will quit the other things if this could be the whole thing.
Facts.
I'd rather do this than anything. It's
facts.
This is my favorite show to do.
Absolutely. 100. I'm also telling you, if this was funded enough where I could quit this radio gig, I would do it. Matter of fact, I had to.
He's looking around.
Looking around, see if anybody's around. I had to lie to get out of work to be able to stay home and do this today.
Because this is the kind of man you are.
I went with, you know how many times my grandfather died?
He's been dead 55 times.
Yo, my grandfather dies like yearly, bro. Like I had to go with the grandfather died because they know I'm home.
No matter of fact,
I'm in town.
Here's the test. It's going to sound like this is me doing some evil Jew trick on the listeners. It's me.
Yes.
But here's the test. Here's the trick. You don't even have to keep the Patreon membership for more than a month. So you're going to pay $7.50. You'll have it for a month, but you cancel right away. And if right now everyone listening goes, because here's the promise I'm willing to make, Ciph. I would do this show 3-5 days a week. We could do it like literally like it's a real morning show. We're like every day, like we're like Sway, like 9 to noon every day. One ep is like a show. We'll do it. Everyone sign up for Patreon. Let me see how many numbers we can get for 1 month. I'll start calculating the math. And when I'm finishing up my contract negotiations next, I might go, you know what? I'm good. My One Ep people are taking care of us. Yeah. I don't need to wake up that early anymore. But but we have to get there. So we love you, and the people who even the people who complain, I still love you for caring. Now, if you actually went and stopped subscribing to Patreon because it was 1 week of a couple, I mean, to those people, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to say anything nasty or mean. I have enough nasty, mean things going through my head.
And here's another thing,
love
people.
you anyway.
fuck faces.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new WANEP fans who never even heard the classic episodes. So give thanks that we put a couple of classic episodes up every once in a while, because eventually we're trying to really like those classic WANEP episodes one day will be something to talk about. It will be in the books of the first hip hop podcast ever, where they got all these crazy interviews. No one yet to
No,
this day.
Siph. Shout out
Yeah.
Combat Jack. You
What
know,
about
you're not allowed to mention our show in any conversation without
Uh-huh.
someone jumping in and going, shout out Combat
What
Jack.
about Combat Jack? Yeah. But no one even does interviews the way we used to do WANEP interviews still to this day. So, I mean, suck a dick? I don't know.
Well, no,
I mean, unless that's a good thing for you, unless you're love sucking dick, then you're like,
in which
okay,
case,
I'll
suck a
listen to Patreon and I'll suck a dick. Like, but whatever.
And also,
he-
I just felt like every once in a while, it's nice to hear one you've heard before. Even like it's not you're acting like we're forcing. You're acting like we're randomly uploading an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast and just been listen to this, and it's like no, it's one of our shows. It is a classic. By the way, I was thinking, shout out to Combat Jack. I was just telling Natalie the story, the long story of myself and Combat Jack. Rest in peace, because of the other day, I bumped into Elliot Wilson.
Oh yeah.
And when she was like, "Who is that guy?" I started telling the Elliot Wilson one-ep story, which led to me telling the Combat Jack one-ep story. And also ties into the complex media list thing that came out this week that we got to talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, what is that?
We'll get to that. Well, now, what's the thing you want me to play here?
Wait, first of all, I want to shout out to people. Shout out to all the WANEP fans that came to my shows in Denver. I appreciate people just yelling out in the back, "Mr. Name Dropper," and years ago, respect due.
You got years ago?
Years ago, and this guy, "Mr. Name Dropper," I was like that animated. People were like, "The fuck is going on?"
Were you mid set when someone yelled Mr. Name Dropper?
I was in the middle. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Were you name dropping?
I got one name dropper joke that if you know Mr. Name Dropper, you get it. This is where Mr. Name Dropper comes from. And also I want to shout out to the guy, T-Pain, bro. My T-Pain episode, yo, this shit got me hot, bro. I got so much love from this interview. So much, I mean, it's not even an interview, just like it's almost like a game show. It's so fun. Shout out to T-Pain for having me on.
I'm overdue to make the trip down there and do that. I really
Bro, you just gotta. I literally spent my own money. I bought a flight. I rented a car. I got a hotel room. It was far. Like I stayed by the airport. He lives like in the nice suburbs. You know what I mean? It was a to do, but worth it.
Was it a could do?
It was a could do.
It was a could do.
But well worth it. Whether I got a lot of traction from it or not, I just love T-Pain. I love everything he's doing. I'm such a fan and of the person himself.
Oh,
and,
he is one of the best.
He's
humans.
like that. You know how you look at Rick Rubin as being like this enlightened soul, but it's all like meditation and yoga and green juice and living in Shangri-La. T-Pain is the personification of just doing things because it's fun. And he's so pure, his energy is so real that people can see that authenticity and it brings him money. But it's because he's just trying to figure out how to have fun every single day of his life. And it's a true blessing to know that guy. But yeah, the interview, the White Air Force Ones thing got hot this weekend again. So
you've been running with that joke for you brought that.
It's not a joke. That's a way of life.
What the white girls in Air Force Ones?
Dirty, just filthy. But yeah, T-Pain. So shout out to T-Pain, man.
Now, what's this thing you want me to play?
Okay, this is what is this show? Is it Cameron's? Is it Cameron and Mase have a show, or just
Cameron and Mase have a sports?
So they hate each other for years and years and years, diss each other, go at each other, shots fired every other day. Now they have some kind of sports podcast show.
Yes.
And Jim Jones is not around. Now they don't like Jim Jones. Like, this is when you're not from New York, this is what New York, specifically Harlem, is.
So you want me to play this?
Pettiness. No. I'm telling you about them first.
Okay.
Just pettiness back and forth, beef, non-beef, drama, no drama. But this is this is literally the late 90s and 2000s essence that it still carries over into this Cameron Mase clip. Play this shit.
Go back to the original question before we get to load management. Pause.
Oh, that was crazy.
I said, yo, you said, hey, yo, my nigga.
Yo, the way you said it was crazy.
We're gonna be petty. We can start now. Let me know. we can start now. But you said load management first.
The way you said it, it was an
that's reaching,
pause.
Bro. Did I say it? Did I say it crazy?
It was an extra.
Did I say? Is he reaching?
It was an extra D on his, right?
Is he reaching?
Camera. It was an extra D on his.
Extra D is wow, yo. Now that's wow.
I said load. Yo, you said load.
Yo, he's going crazy. Yo, an extra D, and now he's talking about. I said load. He said load. You should chill. You going into a rabbit hole right now.
Hey, yo.
I don't care nothing worse than the extra. You put an extra D on it as well. Put an extra D on it is crazy. You can say what you want. You can say what you want.
Yo, you can cut it down.
They can't pull together.
Yo, they're crying, laughing. They're crying.
Yo,
but that's like, you gotta imagine. I mean, both of them are in their 40s, right? They got to be 42 to 45 years old. Bro, every green room, every backstage, every hanging out at the radio station, even going to Harlem, hanging out on the block with Cam or Mase or Jimmy back in the day was just that. Was just the pause game. And like, no fear of getting canceled because it's just who they are, right?
Right.
And when you hear that shit, like, hey, yo, like it's fucking...
Yo, the load, first of all, followed by you put an extra D on it is so funny.
He said the extra D's wow.
Yo, and now because it's been a cycle. Because pause and all that stuff did obviously always have like, a smack of homophobia built into it. And then it went away, and it was like, nah, you don't do that anymore. We've grown up, blah, blah. It's kind of offensive. Now it's almost like ironically throwback to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But the joy they're having in just like I never see Cam laugh like that, bro.
No, that was amazing.
Hey, yo. But
I should try to I wonder if Cam could keep it like clean and semi-professional enough for me to get him as like a weekly guest on the K show. That would be so good.
Live.
I
don't know.
You don't think he could do it? You don't think
I think he could. I think he could, but then if anything goes left, you know how he is, bro. You mad, doggy? You mad?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if Michael's like, all right, Cam, we want to keep you on, but you can't stop cursing. I mean, you got to stop cursing. That could then go left completely. Oh boy, that was.
So they have a show talking about sports.
Yeah, I mean, the way it looks like to me is that they're trying to build something up and then go somewhere for like probably get like I could see it being like HBO or Showtime.
What?
Go ahead.
No, nothing.
Is the question going to be why are we such losers?
Yeah.
We already can't answer that question. We've tried.
We've already established. Yo.
Yo, by the way, you want me to play a little game with you? One of your favorite games?
Sure.
All right, here. You know what the game's going to be?
BPMs?
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know that's your favorite. I know that's your actual favorite game.
You should play that again.
This game, though, I'm stealing from you.
Oh, fuck. That guy sent me the hip-hop trivia game. We got to play it next time we're in the studio together.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
The hip-hop questions guy?
Yeah.
I like that guy.
He sent me the game. We got to play it. And then, what's the other thing we got to do? I was going to tell you something else. Whatever. What do you got going on there?
Here's the game I'm about to play.
Okay.
Name dropper.
Oh.
Number one name dropper.
Mr. Name Dropper. Name dropper. Name dropper. Mr. Name dropper. Dropper.
Name dropper. Name dropper.
Anonymity name drop. You said anonymity name drop.
So I at WrestleMania weekend, I'm not even going to do any wrestling name drops because that wouldn't even hit for one app. But for hip hop name dropper,
Yeah.
saw Lil Uzi Vert,
I saw you had a picture with him.
and
Why didn't you do the dance?
It's like a chicken dance.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know there's a dance to it. I don't know what the dance
I
is.
feel like it's not like this chicken dance I'm
I don't think
doing.
it's a chicken dance.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if I play it, it'll. Here we go. Maybe
It's like something where like you smack your leg or something. No, it's not a chicken. There's no wings in it. He's like, go birds. Go birds.
you sure it's not that?
No. I don't think so.
Damn.
This it feels like you're warming up, like the chickens are getting all warm together.
Oh, bro. Nah, forget it. This is wild, son.
Wait, hold on. Here we go.
This ain't what you want.
This is it.
1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna.
What were you gonna say?
Bro, this is so left field. Let me name drop real quick. I met this girl at the Comedy Cellar, her and her family. They were at the show. They were like, oh my God, you were so funny. Such a great show. So I'm talking to them for a while they're waiting for an Uber. They're from like, I want to say Tennessee or something. The guy, the father is the head of chicken wings for Tyson Chicken.
Wow.
So I'm like, bro, I always wanted to know this shit. Cause like I'm thinking of like how much wings we eat. How much
We've
wings
discussed it before.
we've said this before where like every restaurant on every block has chicken wings. They only have 2 wings. Every block, every city that has a restaurant has chicken wings. How many chicken wings are there? Bro, this man said to me,
Go ahead.
46 million a week.
46 million more.
Chickens.
Are killed a week?
He didn't use the word killed, but that's what he was saying.
How many are eaten a week?
He doesn't know how many we eating. He just said he's in charge of wings. He said he gets 16, I think he said 16 million pounds. Some wild shit, bro. A week. 40, that's wild, son. Pause.
That's a so wait.
No. He's like, I know. It's like you can't fathom it. He's like, but trust me, and he goes, that's us. That's Tyson. Then there's Purdue. Then there's fucking whoever else.
So hold on. You're saying 46. 1, 2, 3. 46. Yo, want to see the number that came up when I went 46 million? No, hold on. I'm gonna show you the number. I put in 40.
6 million times
Hold on.
52.
I put 40. Let me show you the number. What is this? Hold on. What is that? What is that number? Yo, what number is that?
Is that a little E? Is that
Yes.
mean
What does little E mean?
I think little E is what's that shit when you put the number on top? Oh fuck.
Exponential.
Like
Exponential.
Exponential, yeah, it's to the 9th power. So it's that number to the 9th power.
I've never seen this as a number before. Yo, that's a lot of chickens, my G.
Yo, wait, I gotta find that guy. All right, go ahead. So yeah, anyway. So
Anyway,
you're out in WrestleMania, Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, I saw Lil Uzi Vert, which the reason you like this story is not much of a story there, but the reason you like this little moment is that it sums up how you and I think of ourselves as losers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw
great.
Uzi Vert come out of the elevator, and I'm like, oh, I should go say. In my head, I go like this. Oh, I should go say hi to Uzi.
You
Vert.
met him before?
Yeah, I've interviewed him, but it's been years. This is years ago.
Okay.
Since then, he's become a gargantuan. I mean, he's one of the biggest rap stars in the world right now, correct?
I don't know. Bro,
Like,
I don't know. Is he on Summer Jam?
No, they I believe it was talked about, but like for kids, for young people, he's as big as it gets, basically.
I don't know.
I'm
so lost.
Yeah. That's true. And I go, I should say hello to him. And in my brain, I kind of thought like, is he gonna even, like he's a superstar? And before I even go over to him, someone from his team comes up to me
Ooh.
and is like,
Got
hey, blah, blah.
a team pull.
Team poll, and I say what's up to him. And then he's walking across the room, and I see my guy, Neil Lowy from WWE, runs music. I see him like say to him, that's Peter Rosenberg's over there. And I see Uzi make a face kind of like, what is he doing here? And then he comes up and just gives me the warmest of embraces, and we had to talk about how he's been doing. And I forget that guys like him, they grew up watching me. I mean, same experience for you. Like I'm an OG to him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? What are you doing here? Hey, I don't know what the fuck that is. In my mind, it's, get me the fuck away from that Jew.
Well, I mean, I've gotten that too, though.
Tell me right now. I want to know when.
You want to know who I got that with, which is a crazy one? What's that dude from the Bronx?
He called you a Jew N-word?
No, he didn't call me the Jew N-word. Lil TJ.
Yeah.
I had to interview him once for Monster.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, he's from the Bronx, bro. He's from New York City.
Correct.
And he had like zero clue who I was. Like zero. It was just something his manager told him he had to do to talk to something for Monster. He like gave 2 fucks.
Did you even bother trying to hit him with like who you were?
A little, not really. I could tell he wasn't even in that zone.
That it was even worth it to play the game.
No.
How'd you feel about it? Let's go inside.
I don't care.
All right, good. So then I saw Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
You're familiar with Unc Snoop?
I love Snoop.
So I saw Snoop. He had just done Snoop. Man, Snoop had an amazing weekend. Snoop did some Snoop. So, Ciph, you'd be proud of what Snoop did.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to explain. Snoop was involved in this deal where he's in the ring with The Miz. And then Shawnee Culture. Shawnee Culture just texted me. Shawnee Culture didn't come out. And then Shane.
Whoa, Shawnee Culture's killing it.
Then Shane McMahon came out as a surprise, right? Shane McMahon comes down to the ring. The bit was supposed to be he's going to beat up The Miz, and then Snoop Dogg and Shane McMahon would celebrate after they beat up The Miz. Yo, Ciph, Shane McMahon's in the ring for a minute. He does a very basic wrestling move, a leapfrog, where he jumps over the Miz, lands on his leg wrong, crushes his whole leg.
Shit.
Finished. Everyone's like, the whole stadium 75,000 went from cheering to like stunned silence.
Where it goes from, hey, this is all fake. This is fun, but it's fake. Like, whoa,
no, not even that.
That was real.
No, but not even the fun fake. It just went from, oh my God, Shane McMahon's back. Like he's been gone for a few years.
Oh, I didn't even know he was in.
Yeah, oh my God, Shane McMahon's back. Oh, this is so cool. His music's playing. Yes. Shane gets on the mic. Oh, I'm so happy to be here, blah, blah. Snoop Dogg goes, you should beat the Miz's ass. He goes, okay, I'm about to do that. Starts to beat his ass. 1 second in, leg crush.
Oh.
So everyone's sitting there in stunned silence. And then a second later, Snoop jumps in the ring, grabs the microphone, and is like, what? You gonna do that to my man? You just gonna knock my man out like that, cuz?
Wait.
He's covering it. He's just straight
covering the Miz. He's Shane's guy.
Yes, and he's exactly. He's just trying to cover up as they're rolling Shane out of the ring.
Right.
He's just pretending it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Oh nah, you ain't gonna do my man like that, cuz. Bam! Hits the Miz in the face.
What?
Then when the Miz goes down, I mean, the Miz knows what to do, right? Like he improvises for a living, right?
Yeah.
And then Snoop gets up, does a whole rock bit, hits him with the Rock's people's elbow, pins the Miz. They count to 3. Snoop wins the match, and it becomes an impromptu. Ciph, as someone who appreciates like stage management and hosting, Snoop just completely saved the day. Just completely. Now, listen, I'm sure the referee was telling him, like, hey, come do something, right?
Right.
But Snoop still went off the top, entertained the hell out of everyone. And at the end, instead of everyone being worried about Shane, they were just cheering for Snoop. So I saw him backstage, and I'm like, bro, do you realize how dope a thing you just did? I was like, you just saved the day, man. That was so cool. And then I said goodbye to him, whatever. I get Natalie at some point, and Natalie and I go backstage just to like give her a little break from being out there, so we can just hang out and grab
The photographer.
The photographer, yes, that one. We're backstage, and we go up to this elevator. And when I hit the button for the elevator, guess who walks out?
Snoop Dogg.
Uncle Snoop. Yo, this is how cool Snoop is and how much love. And Snoop's always shown me in Ciph mad love, always in every single setting.
What's up, nephew?
What's up, Neff? The second I open the door, I see him again. He daps me up again. I go, Snoop, this is my. Before I even got to the Anse part, he already just pulls her in for the hug. Like, you know how much it means to someone who's grown up in America to get a fucking hug from Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Like, I saw her like melting. He like gives her a hug and puts his arm around her. I immediately just take a picture. You know, like he's just like, he's wonderful. Can I just say that about Snoop Dogg? He's not just a national treasure. He's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he's a man.
He's not Snoop because he's not Snoop. He's Snoop. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason why we've known him forever and ever and ever, and he's such a great human.
And to have been famous for this long, where everybody,
his whole life is fame.
I embarrassed Natalie because I didn't realize how cliche it was till it was coming out of my mouth. But I was like, Snoop. I was like, she loves you. I said, I know it's a little cliched, and she literally was like, don't say it. And I was like, one of her dreams would be to smoke with you. And I realized I didn't think about how he gets that every day of his entire life, right?
Every single day.
I was kind of cringing for myself at that point.
Yeah.
But being that Snoop loves us, Snoop's like, before I could finish what it was, I said she dreams of, and he goes, blowing one down. And I was like, yes, exactly. And she's like, oh. And he's like, he was like, you got my number? Take my number, nephew. And he was like, I got a tour bus right here. So I took his number. I sent him a text. I didn't ask him to do it. She was already kind of like not trying to like.
Do it to me, Snoop. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, is that what you said?
I was yelling.
By the way, Natalie has a new thing she does now on both podcasts.
Yeah.
When she hears a subject related to her, I just hear the door like, and she comes and creeps in the room. Did I tell the story accurately? Were you embarrassed when I said the thing about you wanting to blow one down?
Well, you were like, I know this is cliche, and we all knew where you were going to go with that. And I was like, no, don't do it.
I did. I know. I was unaware. I didn't realize how cliched I was being. But he's such a fucking mensch. Yeah, he's such a mensch. He doesn't care. Yeah. So I texted him. He hit me back, but I was just like, yo, lock me in. He was like, all right, nephew. And I just left it at
that. His text message said, all right, nephew?
No.
With a vocal text?
You know what? I'm upset that you called me out in that way because all he said was, I believe. But I changed
that'd be so dope if his text messages come through as AI Snoop voice.
Yo, you saw the Jay-Z AI last week, right?
No.
That guru hold up. And then as I'm looking
that guru put up. Yeah, I did see that. Because I also saw Kanye West does pop hits.
Oh, how was that?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of sounded like Kanye, but whatever.
So real quick, the last name drop was I got a DM on Monday morning from Swizz.
Ooh.
And he sent a picture of himself. And he's like, that was me who said hi to you, LOL. And I remembered when I saw someone who randomly called my name, and when I turned around, they at WrestleMania.
Just randomly walking by?
Sitting in the row behind me.
Oh.
He called my name and gave me like a little salute, and I was like, yeah, word.
You didn't know it was him?
I said, that guy looks like Swizz. I never seen him at wrestling before. So he wrote me and was like, yeah, that was me. Saw Wale, of course. Saw Smoke Dizza. Saw West Side Gun. Name dropper.
WaleMania looks dope.
Well, WaleMania is an interesting affair.
What happened?
Remember what I just said about Snoop saving the day?
Yeah.
Because he can host the stage.
Yeah.
WaleMania would be fantastic if they could just get a Snoop Dogg to like string everything together.
It's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, but this is an awkward subject considering the person partially tasked with getting it from one thing to another is Emilio. Who's editing?
Emilio?
Yes. Emilio helps produce WaleMania.
Really?
Yes, and by the way, Emilio does a good job on stage getting things from point A to point B.
I didn't know Emilio was even affiliated with Wale or Mania.
Well, him and Kaz are very close and always have been. They did a podcast together called Wrestle Rap, and they work together on WaleMania. Now, listen, everything I'm saying to you, I've already said to Emilio, so it's not like he's going to be offended that I'm saying this. Here's the thing. They invite a shit ton of people.
No, then it's not his fault, bro.
No.
That's impossible to wrangle.
It's bro. And the other day, like I got stuck outside. I got stuck in Gen Pop. And Emilio, when I complained to Emilio, he was like, bro, why didn't you hit me?
Yeah.
And I know he would have taken care of me, but I didn't want to bother him because I was already bothering. Dip was already bothering Kaz. I had, by this point though, you want to know some classic shit, Ciph? Yeah. So we're trying to get in. We're stuck outside. We eventually get inside. Then we get to some door. They're not letting us in like the backstage door we're supposed to go. But at this point now, our group has become us plus like 6 young WWE stars, right? Our group's like a big group now. Now, Kaz did eventually get them to understand I needed to be taken care of, right?
Yeah.
So Kaz walks away, and the security guard looks at me, and he's like, Rosenberg, like calls me over. And then he's like, all right, who you got with you? Now, if this is some shit, you'll either say I'm a great guy or an idiot. I said, my girl's with me and my friends with me. I said, but now all these people are with me. And I said, these people need to get in. Like one
inside or backstage.
I didn't realize at the time, it just felt like get inside. I guess I realized after we were already inside, this was to get backstage.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
Okay. You didn't feel any building around you?
No, it was all inside. It's all inside. Okay. So like, it was just like a hallway kind of situation. I didn't realize that the door to our right, we could just open it and be in the party. It was the door to our left that brought us to the backstage area. I didn't have a map in my head.
Where was this?
It was at that spot that I think used to be Microsoft Theater. It's like Novu Theater or something.
Oh, yeah.
In LA Live. And so I said, this girl I'm standing next to, Roxanne. She's the NXT Women's Champion. She's waiting. I'm like, so I just naturally take care of those people. I'm like, they need to get in. So I get them in, and then they stop. They're like, all right, cool, that's it. And I didn't get in. So Natalie and I are like, fuck it, we don't care. Let's just go walk into the regular. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I later was jealous because all of my wrestling hip hop friends took pictures together and I wasn't there. I'm sort of like the glue of a lot of it, and I missed it. But I had a good time. I didn't care. And they had a lot. They just need to I think they started out inviting tons of people to be sure that there's always a big crowd. And now it's just like, guys, you don't need to invite a ton of people anymore. The people show up.
It's how big is this place? Like a 4,000 seater or some shit?
I would say it's a 2,000.
And tickets are sold for this?
I don't know if it was sold out. Could probably very close. The problem isn't that. The problem for someone like me is how many VIPs they invite.
Right.
And I told Emilio this over text. They need a hip hop mic at the door.
Why hip hop mic? Do they need somebody throwing pizza dough up in the air?
Yes, exactly. No, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. On my old Peter Palooza days, I would get so overwhelmed after like 1 year of doing it. I was so freaked out about those days and the people saying they should be there. When I got to the venue, I gave Hip Hop Mike my phone and would just be like, you know what to do. Mm-hmm. Like, he knew who was essential. He knew who he had to get in. Like, this person must get in, and he would do, and then he'd be at the door. He would just hang out by the door basically all night and make sure people got taken care of. They needed someone like that.
Yeah.
So
That's a hard job though, bro.
Whoa.
Imagine Billy June on that job.
Hey guys, there's an improviser who's like, you did a show with him once, and he has 11 people with him, and they need to get inside.
Why is this ringing? I'm on silent.
Oh no, they found you.
They know where you are.
They know where you are.
That's weird. This shit's on silent.
That is. Oh, is it someone who's like a Is it a favorite?
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't give a fuck. If it's silent, it's supposed to be silent.
Favorites, I believe, bust through the do not disturb.
That don't make no damn sense.
Is it on do not disturb or just silent?
Just silent. Just a button on the side.
Oh, that is weird then.
Anyway.
Are you
I'm with a big booty side bitch?
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Kind of. All right, let's
name droppers.
Name dropper. I believe that's it for the weekend when it comes to hip hop people. I saw Steve Levy from ESPN. Does that float your boat?
No.
It's
That's Scott Shannon.
not Scott Shannon. Okay, so yesterday I started getting this link about Complex doing a top 25 hip hop media list, which is already my initial reaction to that is, does anybody care about this except the people on the list?
I don't think so. But if everyone on the list is in media, I guess they'll talk about it and drum up some business for Complex. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. We are ultimate, definitive,
Go ahead.
run of the mill, basic fuckface losers. So I don't know how any of this stuff works. I'm just trying to live my life like T-Pain, okay?
No
Just
one
trying
lives
to
their
have
life like
fun, man.
T-Pain.
Just trying to have fun.
Aren't you jealous now that I was at that concert? Because it was amazing.
Which concert?
The T-Pain one 2 weeks ago.
Yes, super jealous.
Yeah, it was fire. And by the way, I planned my trip around it. Was going to leave Friday, and then I saw T-Pain post, I'm doing an
That's not
instant
plan your
concert.
trip. That's adjusted your trip.
Sorry. I planned my return around it.
Right.
All right, so real quick, I'll tell you what annoys me about the list. And guess what? It's not the part about me.
Okay.
So
Billy said
maybe
I'm mentioned in this list. I'm never mentioned in these lists.
No, you're mentioned. Billy said that.
Billy, how was I mentioned?
I said you were mentioned twice within the list. It didn't mean you were on the list.
Yeah, I didn't say I said I was on the list. I said I was mentioned.
He was mentioned.
How was I
in mine.
mentioned?
He was mentioned in mine.
Uh-huh.
And who else?
Angela Yee, I suppose.
Yeah, Angela Yee.
Okay.
So real quick, hold on, let me read you what it says the criteria is.
What's the name dropper?
Who's on the list? This is a ranking of people, not platforms or shows. We specifically focus on individuals who are public-facing personalities. That's why you won't find outlets like Say Cheese or The Shade Room on the list, but you will see Nori, but not the show Drink Champs. Where's Speedy Mormon and B-Dot? To remove
what is this? Are these comments?
No, this is Complex's explanation.
Okay.
In advance. Speedy Mormon and B-Dot, to remove any potential for bias, we excluded personalities currently attached to Complex. How do we rank them? We put names in a hat and drew them out. Just kidding. We used a scoring method based on 5 categories. 1, commentary and banter. 2, star power of guests. 3, consistency. 4, viral moments. 5, integrity of content. And then we debated the list like hell before reaching a consensus. Okay, but how come this legendary radio DJ is so far behind this newbie Twitch streamer? We engineered the list to be a ranking of the right now, which means that current relevance and influence supersedes legacy and longevity. Okay, well, they explained that at least. Why are you including people who have been accused of abuse, misconduct, or sexual grooming?
Oh, that's why I didn't make the list.
No. So they did include those people. They did include them.
Oh.
So you should have been here.
Oh, fuck. Damn, I should have been top of that.
So why are you including people who have been accused of abuse, misconduct, or sexual grooming? Who are you talking about? Huh. We ranked
But this is like, wait, well, let me ask what's happening here. They made this list, and now they're asking themselves fake questions to explain how they got the list. So are they trying to supersede comments or whatever?
I mean,
trying to supersede feedback. Like that makes no fucking sense. Ugh, go ahead.
No, but they did answer it. They basically said in that part where they asked the question, they said, why are you including people who've been accused of abuse, blah, blah, blah. We ranked the personalities strictly based on their content, not their character.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the meta part of it, of how they're asking themselves questions they think people will ask.
Well, that's a good idea, though. If you're making a list, you should list criteria for the list.
Criteria is different than anticipating comments.
Why did you put disgusting abusers very high on this list? So listen, here's why I like mine. I don't, whatever about where I am on the list, but here's what I like about what they said. They said Peter Rosenberg cares deeply about a lot of things, and
Don't do that.
What?
We need to know what number you are.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean I wasn't going to say it. I'm
16.
Sorry, I'm 16.
16 in a number, and a how many?
out of 25. Well, we didn't even get to who's ahead of me or behind me yet.
Go ahead.
Because there are people that I shouldn't be ahead of and people that I shouldn't be behind. But whatever. His undeniable passion for hip hop and backpack bona fides make his Juan Ep His Life podcast interviews alongside co-host Cipha Sounds
Yes.
refreshingly earnest and unsalacious. By the way, thank you. That is a really nice compliment for us. But that is literally what we try to do. We should also note that the original Juan Epstein pod, which debuted in 2007, was among the very first hip hop podcasts.
No.
I know.
No.
But they can't
Who wrote
say
this?
it.
Why?
No one wants to say the first.
But we were the first.
They feel like it's somehow a diss to Combat Jack, even though he credited us as the first.
But we are the first.
I know. Everyone has to say one of the first. It's horse shit.
It's
You're not
the
disrespecting
first.
anyone.
The first.
Everyone knows this.
It's all we have. It's all we have. Let us have it.
Joe Budden, rich. Nori, rich. Everyone is doing their thing. We're the only claim to fame is
all we have to hang on to is literally the two words, the first.
One of the very first, because then someone's going to go, what about so-and-so? They weren't first. It's okay. It's not disrespect to tell the truth.
Oh, man.
Anyways, it's not best. Best, you're hurting someone's feelings. Truth, first, you're telling the truth.
Billy,
all right, here we go.
Message.
You did?
Billy. I don't know why he's texts while we're doing a show.
Oh, okay. I know we gotta finish, Billy. This is the last thing we're doing today. And then people can sign up for Patreon if they want, so they can hear about the horrible things that happen in your life. And I may call Donnie Kwok, the editor from Complex, to ask him about this list when we go on. But you'd have to go on Patreon to find out if it even happens. Patreon.com/OneUpHisLife. All right. As a seasoned host for Hot 97, ESPN New York, WWE, and formerly Complex, among others, he cares deeply about broadcasting fundamentals, demonstrating an unmatched ability to talk extemporaneously about nearly anything in an entertaining way. However, Rosenberg also cares deeply about how others perceive him, which has led to numerous trivial feuds with rappers and peers. And despite an ongoing gig on New York's most prominent rap station, Rosenberg can sometimes still evoke the folly of a tryhard. Still, when he shares his thoughts on rap, people rightfully pay attention. I read that, Ciph, and you know what I said? That is the most accurate paragraph about me ever written. I was like, it truly hit on what I do well and what I do not well.
I don't like the part where they said the most prominent rap station, but they don't say Juan Ep is the first. Fuck out of here, bro.
By the way, it's funny because it's actually more debatable to say that we're the most prominent than that Juan Ep is first.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a great point. Right in front of me is a man named the Funkmaster Flex. He's 15. Angela Yee is 14. Ebro is 13. Angie is 12. Jason Lee is 11. I honestly, this is not a diss. No one run to him to have me start beef with him. I don't think of him as a hip-hop personality. I just think of him as an entertainment personality. I just don't understand.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
10 is Math Hoffa. Love Math. That is a big jump to be ahead of Funk
It's
Flex.
relevant right now.
That weighs the most, right? That
right
weighs
now.
the most.
I mean, if that's what the list is right now, then
why is DJ Vlad 9? Is he that relevant right now?
They get a lot of views. They get a lot of TikToks.
And by the way, is he even a media personality?
He's
a
media?
guy.
What is media?
No, but what is personality? You don't even see him.
He's not even in it. It's just a voice.
He just hold the camera and ask questions. That's it. Like I know it's not even a diss. Listen, I've dissed Vlad many times. That's
he's not even in the videos. That's a good point.
Number 8 is Elliott Wilson. Listen, Elliott should absolutely be on the list. Is Elliott ahead of Flex and Ebro? I won't even say myself. I don't know. And is he more relevant at this moment? Carisha is number 7. I've never listened to Carisha, please. But does she talk about hip-hop content or she's just someone of hip-hop?
I'm sorry, I don't even know who that is.
She's from City Girls.
She's a media personality.
She has a podcast for about
Okay.
the last 8 months to a
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Kai Cenat, he's a Twitch guy. I can't even speak on him. I don't know. Nori is 5. Fine, no problem there. Gilly and Wallow is 4. Charlemagne is 3. Academics is 2. Bud is 1.
Ugh.
I know. Academics is 2. Hip hop personality? I guess if that's what you think he covers. The difference is, here's what I'll say. That I will name. You want me to do? I could do a different list of the people on this list who actually cover hip hop. Right behind me is Young Jinx, Brandon Jenkins. He absolutely does cover hip hop. Big Boy is 18. All due respect to Big Boy, is he still considered a hip hop? I mean, he does hip hop radio in a very poppy way.
Yeah, there's no way you could be on that list and Big Boy not be on the list. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I do One Up His Life too. I do Real Late and do underground interviews.
Big Boy does good interviews, man.
Oh no, great interviews.
Big Boy's really good at interviews. Yeah,
but he's just, to me, I consider him a mainstream radio host. But I hear you. That's fair. He's definitely from hip hop. Adam 22, 19. Nadeska is 20. Anthony Fantano, who does like YouTube shit, is 21. Nardwar is 20. Is Nardwar really a hip hop thing? I love him. He's a national treasure, even though he's from Canada. Double national treasure. I adore the man. I just don't know that I think he belongs here. And then here's the craziest one. How is Sway? I understand the whole thing you just said about relevance, blah, blah. Sway's still relevant. He's number 23. 24 is a woman named Nyla Simone. I guess she's on the Breakfast Club in some way. She's Charlemagne's protege. I don't know who she is. So, wait.
Who's 25?
Most memorable moment for this Nyla Simone lady. Guest host on the Breakfast Club for interview with Finesse 2 times. That, okay. And number 25 is that little girl, Jazzy, who does those Instagram interviews with celebrities. Bruh.
If you're not watching the video, and most people are not, my eyes just rolled so far back.
I love what she does. I hope she has an amazing career. Putting her 2 slots behind Sway, I'm sorry. I can't. I can't. And by the way, I'm known for being an unapologetic rap nerd and lover of, quote, real hip hop. Most memorable moments, one of Jay-Z's first ever podcast interviews. Again, with the one of.
Wait, that's for you?
Yeah. We did one of the first ever Jay-Z pod. Which one was before? All right, I got to call Donnie Kwok from Complex and ask him what's up with the one of.
I'm not even in the running.
I'm
nothing.
Well, I mean,
nothing. Nothing.
I mean, you did become you clearly decided to go comedy first in a very big way, like for what?
100%. I'm just saying,
years?
like,
I know.
But Juan Ep, because they're saying not shows.
They're not doing shows.
Okay. I mean,
listen,
whatever. Juan Ep, fine. It's not even on there.
Had you not been disgraced, I think you'd definitely be on.
No, I don't. I would never be. I'm not that type of guy. I'm never the attention grabber. I'm not the guy that says the wild shit. Like, it's not. I'm never gonna be on those lists. Never. It's just not who I am.
But you are the number one name dropper, and that.
But if you knew who I was behind the scenes and the glue that I am to so many situations, but you know what? No one cares about that. Do they have a glue list? Is there a glue list?
Yeah, you're right after Elmer's. It's Elmer's and then Ciph. All right, we're gonna go to Patreon and do more here. Billy, you ready to tell us your story?
Sure.
Oh my, Bill, I gotta tell you, you've never looked
Bill.
Yeah, Bill, I've never. Your facial hair right now is terrifying. You look like an absolute.
I'm usually using a shitty camera and you don't notice it, but I got a new camera.
Oh, there's a better camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not why, Billy.
No, it's not why. Like, turn to the side. What are you gonna do?
It's not that bad. It's the angle of the camera.
Is it the angle up at it? He looks scary.
It's the angle up. Yeah, you got to get that camera eye level, bro.
He's trying right now.
Right now, he's trying.
I'm holding it.
All right. Well, now he's snorting. Okay. Goodbye. We're going to go to Patreon. Patreon.com/1ep is life. Thank you, Bill. Thanks, Emilio. Thank you to all of you. And I love you.